Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Times Cryptic crossword, and this is the main puzzle being published on Tuesday the 18th of March 2025. We don't get any set of information, so I can't talk about whether it's been hard or easy. I don't know if it's a hard one or an easy one. I think the Fridays are always a tough one. Today's a Tuesday, so it shouldn't, it's not going to be disastrously difficult, but that isn't so. I will get that far into it. Anyway, I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. City areas less urban on reflection. Not entirely. Is that a hidden word of something or other? Fernon? City areas less urban. What's the word for? There's a word in my head that's rural. Rural's the word I'm looking for. That wasn't it, really. There's another word, I'm sure. Rather stupid, introducing bit of lamb into fish course. Gosh, rather stupid, introducing bit of lamb into fish course. So I assume that's a word for rather stupid, bit of lamb going in to create a fish course. Backed disturbances, but not over prison. I'm just looking for a four-letter word. Backed disturbances are backed disturbances. If it ends in an S, then the S goes at the start, which is stir, but not over prison. Prison stir, but not over. I'm going to put STR there. I don't think it's right, but I'm going to put it there for prison. Being stir. Shocked. The man isn't so shocked. The man isn't so shocked. Shock. The man isn't so. I mean, the man is 6. That's 12 letters. The man isn't so. So it looks like it's an anagram. Which would be a shun, I think, if it's anything. Let's put a shun there. What it would be? Shock. Badger turned up. A road trail beside rear of pasture. Well, that's going to be an E, assuming beside isn't expecting it to be at the start. Harass and harangue would be off my top of my head for badger. Turned up would be PU if it's not the badger going up. Round trail. Trail is to stalk. P badger pursue. Why would that be pursue? Trail would be to pursue. That isn't going to work, is it? Path. Okay. What remains strange about side playing United? What remains? Strange about side playing United. United is 6 letters. Are we looking? I don't know if United is just a U. I think I've seen that before. Strange about side playing United. Okay. French writer. Molière recalled money for working on newspaper. Recalled money receiving money. Let's just put in Molière. See if that can be worked out on newspaper. Don't think so. Called receiving money. Don't think so. Working is on. Spineless individual American about to follow associative Capone. Gosh, spineless. Individual American. So you'd think that's kind of a US about to follow. I thought that spineless would be something. Individual American to follow would be soul. Al. Can we associate Capone? Don't know. Gangster. Decline, farewell, involving capital of Wales or place nearby. Capital of Wales is W. Decline, farewell. Decline. Where down? Farewell is 8 letters, though, that's strong. Place nearby to Wales, capital near Cardiff. Barry Island. Rhondda. Merthyr. I would have thought where decline would be a second word of down of some sort, like where down, but I don't know. I run in circuits, going round, curving course. Is that an anagram of I run in circuits, going round, curving course? Enclosed line in revised copy, editor in charge, covering everything. So that looks like it's equal. I see. Covering everything, which suggests it's edical. Would that be right? Editor in all ic. Enclosed would be line in revised copy. Cyclic enclosed. Editor in charge of covering everything. I mean, all could be anywhere in that, really, I think. Copy. I mean, enclosed suggests it should end in an ed word, really. Okay, wind player ducks end of piece after interruption of Bravo. It kind of want that to be oboist. So I think that's an oboist. Oboe. Ducks and no. End of piece, yeah, with a B in it. Oboe. Wind. I don't understand what the player does though. Oboe. Wind player. Ducks are 0 and 0. End of piece is an E. And put a B in for Bravo. So I think that's okay. The control securing source of music in electronic instrument. The control keyboard re-in. The control re-in. Source of music is an M. Electronic music is, I think it'll be rave, ERM, electro dance music, EDM. Electronic instrument. Or is it the control? Theremin, isn't it? It's the okay, how do you spell the theremin? I think that's theremin, like that. The rain. Theremin. Not sure about the spelling, but yeah, I've seen it before. It's definitely an electronic instrument. Contract returned before finale from Star Fiddler. Contract returned. So contract could be cut short, or it could be an agreement contract. Returned before finale is an end from Star. Okay, I've got 2. That's good news. Two is good news. Newly organised. Soldiers also took charge. Also can just be and, can't it? Took charge. Oh, excuse me. Direct approach secures answer immediately. Can't think of a word for 12-letter word for immediately. I assume, or direct. Fatigue rising about heartless African from part of Africa. So yeah, just looking at fatigue is that Eritrean? Eritrean. There's my there. Tire. I don't get what the E are. Tire there. Tire. About is re. Yep, Eritrean. Okay, unseemly argument, perhaps over railway setting. Unseemly argument. Cutting. Rowing. Don't know. I'm going to go cutting on that. Don't know. Not particularly convinced, but gym apparatus. Lands with head lowered. Gym apparatus would have thought was something like a bar, chin-up bar, parallel bars, or a press. I'm going to press, gym machine press. Lands, lights with head lowered. Okay, so that's just a word for lands, and then move the first to last, I suppose, or put it lower in the answer, which would be gym apparatus. So let's put lights. I can't even do that, can I? That's not really going to get. Take the L out. I can't see what I would get from that. So lights is not lands, or lands is not lights. Lands, downs. I don't know. Author has to support good play. You think that's a G? Play is a game. Army. Amos. The man isn't so. Okay, I've got rid of my T's, haven't I? So that isn't a shun word, I think. Shock. Author. That's me. Is that game? Good play. Game. It's to support. Where's the A coming from? If it is game. Author. Me. I've. Author has. I've. Give. Play. Yeah, it's got some give, it's got some play in it, they are. Okay, right hand agitated my itch, connected with pulse. Gosh, I assume that's going to be some kind of bean when we talk about pulse. Right hand agitated my itch. So just around my itch, which would be 6 letters, and then R for right. Oh gosh, excuse me. With pulse. Okay. Have a reasonable salary suggests having a reasonable salary suggests open-minded management primarily. Okay, is that just a there's an M at the end, I suppose. Open-minded management, so that's an M. Having a reasonable salary suggests open-minded management. Primarily. Hour after the Spanish occasion is a late one. Oh gosh, I don't know how I managed to. Well, I'm doing this now. I feel this tired. I just feel like a bit of a yawny hour, which could be an H. After the Spanish is L. Occasion is an event. 11th. L. Ev. Nth. Literally 11th. Okay. I need to just have a swig of tea. Excuse me. Also trying to get to the next clue while I was doing that. Rock face. Banning English. One in Scottish town. Oh gosh. Rock face. So what possibilities there? Rockface could just be an R. Banning English, one in Scottish town, or is it one? Is it a rockface taking out an E? I would think one in Scottish Town. Don't know. Film stars horse in pride of place here. I think I can go that US. I don't think that's going to happen. Film stars horse in pride of place here. I guess I don't do a stable. Is that the name of a film? Okay. Snake here has more than half twisted. Ooh. I put down there for no good reason, haven't I? Decline. Is that the Ebba Vale? Ebba. Yeah, Ebb is to decline. Ebba Vale. I think it's Ebba Vale like that. I'm not sure. Vale is a Betwell, maybe. Put a W in there. I'm going with that. That's definitely a place. Ebba Vale is definitely a place in Wales. Not entirely sure it's spelled like that, but I think it is. Draw a veil on things is a farewell, I suppose, isn't it? Snake here has more than half twisted. So twisted is 7 letters, so more than half of twisted could be either end of that, but either end doesn't really fit in the clues I have got for Eberval and Theremin. Okay, well let's move on from there to impassioned sporting body elevated game. Impassioned sporting body. Excuse me, just a little. I think the sporting body's probably the RNA, Royal and Ancient. So I need a word for impassioned. Which is elevated, and then a game would be. Got another swig of tea, excuse me. Pitch marker almost split. Almost split would be rent with an R. Marker would be pitch would be to or is it a line? Pitch marker almost line. It's got the E there. Okay, well, yeah, not bad I suppose. Got a couple more. Got a few more downs there. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on first pass in total. I don't know about cutting. Actually, looking at that C in it in this clue. Excuse me. Pastoral was the word I was trying to think of, which is totally irrelevant here, but for countryside. Less urban on reflection. Not entirely. I mean, rather stupid could be something. I wouldn't go against that. Yeah, that was an ing word. What was that doing? Right hand agitating my itch connected pulse. Probably not, but if that was rather stupid, introducing bit of lamb. It's a bit of lamb and L. Not sure about that. Let's leave that like that for now. Shock. So this was an anagram, I think, of the man isn't. The man isn't. So, and I've got rid of the T's and the E, which doesn't really help me. Well, not a lot. What have I got? Shock. In. I would think it's an intit, anti. Let's go anti. anti. It's really got A and I, which leaves me. What does that leave me if I do that? A and I. I've got one O left. I've got two S's, an N, H and M, I think. Anti. Ness. It's probably Ness with it, isn't it? Anti-astonishment. No, not astonishment. Anti-themness. Shock. Anti-thomness. Doesn't really work. Anto. I like the Ness part though, I have to say. Mo. Mahi. Moho. Hat. Or home. Hot. I'll leave the Ness there, just as a chancy placeholder thing. Direct approach secures answer immediately. But direct is forward, isn't it? Forward. Direct is forward. Secure. Forward way. Forwardly. Forward. Immediately is forward. Secures answer. I need knowing there. Forward. Approach is away. Although I can't really have a W there if that's going to be an anagram. I've put the T there because of. That's interesting. I've put the T in there because of cutting, but I don't think cutting's right really. And I put the R there because of stir, which I don't think is right either. What's this one here? French writer. Recalled, received money for working on newspaper. Working on newspaper. Oh dear, enclosed line in revised copy. Is that line in? So I'll put an L into something. Revised copy. In all encompassing. Can't really have that though if you've got covering, can you? Yes. I mean, encompassing does actually work, but. Snake here has more than half twisted. Not really getting a lot to work with now. Having a reasonable salary is. It's just open-minded management. No. Have a little swig of tea, excuse me. If that were an M in there, I don't think it is, but if it were. Contract returned before finale from Star Fiddler. I can't really see how that would be an O something M unless that's maybe an OAM, OLM, I suppose could be in there. Impassioned. Sporting body elevated game. Maybe it's just AR. Maybe I'm looking for impassioned, which would be ardent. How's theremin going? Theremin, the control. Game dent. Is dent a game? Not really, is it? So, and actually that'd be N. So theremin just isn't a problem really. Pitch marker, almost split. I feel like that's rent, but almost split is rent. But then what's marker? M, I would have thought. That ain't going to work. My list of French writers is not good. Recalled receiving money. So just putting an M into it for working on newspaper. Editing. French writer editing. Take that out. Could take most of it out, I think, probably. D is the French word for speaking. No idea. No. Badger turn up, around, trail beside rear of pasture. Well, I got my ear, haven't I? That was the one thing I did have. This was shock. Direct is plain. Could be plain, I suppose. Yeah, plain. Which would give me an eye there. I'm just thinking that would give me an eye there, which would work. In int, int. What that would be? Backed disturbances. But not over prison. Okay, so that's okay. Now I see it's think of disturbances. Take out O for not over, and that gives you prison. Yeah, that is stir then, isn't it? That is stir because it's riots backwards. Riots without that. Which what that becomes? Newly organised soldiers also took charge. Well, if that was editing, that would be an and, wouldn't it? Newly organised would be don't know. Badger turned up around trail beside rear of pasture. Newly organised soldiers. I'm guessing that's editing, and it probably isn't really. Let's take those out. And I'll get this on then. It's got pretty much two letters there. Direct approach, which makes you think, really does make you think forward. Direct. So direct can also, although it can be forward. It can also be to manage things, to decide what goes where. A bit more tea time, excuse me. I'll look at some of the clues I looked at earlier. Spineless individual's a coward, isn't it? That's 7 letters, so that doesn't work. Don't know the associate of Capone is in that situation, really. He was public enemy number 1. unless it's, you know, somehow it's al. If I go back to that being Ness, what have we got? Brought back in a T. Got rid of my E. So yeah. T Ness, which would be no, not good. City areas less urban. City areas are towns. Less urban on reflection. Not entirely. Oh, I thought it could be an anagram, didn't I? Hidden word. I don't think it can really. Brussels. There it is. It's exactly what I said it was from the beginning. It was Brussels. Straight. That's straight. That'd be a way, wouldn't it? A way. Yeah, I said way before as well. Shock. That must be AM or AN, mustn't it? I think it's anth or anti-shock. Okay, so look at these two. I've got some letters for suddenly. Newly organised soldiers also took charge. That begins to look a bit editing, actually. It does look like working on newspaper. Could be editing. No idea what it'd be, but that would be an if that was an and. I was thinking about regiment. What's that T coming into it? Newly organised soldiers. Could be RE for soldiers. Return. So that'd be soldiers RE. Also would be and. Taking charge. Charge would be, don't know. What's this? Badger. I thought harass and harangue, didn't I? That doesn't quite work. Turned up. Such an anagram badger. In which case it would be a weird one because turned up around trail beside rear pasture. I mean, rear pasture has to be the E, doesn't it? Trail. Let's go back here actually. Enclosed line in revised copy. Apocalyptic, I think that is. Epoch. No. E. So I'm just trying to. Revised copy. Encyclopedic. Encyclopedic? Is that encyclopedic? So what have I got? I've got. Let's take some letters out. C. Copy. Enc. Okay, enclosed. Line in revised copy. Yeah, okay, cyclop. That gets me to there. And then editor in charge. Covering everything. Encyclopedic. Oh, what's this? Arlam. Impassioned. Game. Come back to that. This one. Pitch. Pitch marker. Almost split is. And this one, snake here has more than half twisted. My brain's just trying to get Python. It's not Python. I wonder if here has is HE. Here has more than half twisted. Half twisted would be, what would that be though? Herb. I think it can be harpooned. This was contract returned before finale from Staff Fiddler. No idea what's going on there. That one, impassioned. Sporting probably must be an RNA, mustn't it? RA, I'll game R. Go Thermion. Thermion. Pitch. So pitch can be like tar, it can be to throw. What else can it be? It can be marker almost. Cleave would be almost split would be to cleave, but that doesn't. Clever, clef. It's a clef, isn't it? Cleft, I think, is split. Yes, a pitch. A clef is a musical thing, so that's what to do pitch is about. Okay, well, I feel like I've done a bit more now. Shock. Oh, this one. Badger. Fangle. Turned up around trail. Turned up. Oh, it doesn't have to be an A there, does it? And that really doesn't look like it wants to be there. This one, French writer, recalled receiving money. Is that note? Would it be note, wouldn't it? For working on, just wouldn't really. So money would be to be paid, really, wouldn't it? Brett. Charge. If that was turned up, literally, which I think it is, but if it was that, what would be my trail? Trail would be a dog. That's dog. Trail. That'd be turn up a round trail would be P. Pedog. That doesn't really work, does it? Podgue. Prague. Badger. Plague. Plague. Trail. Lag. Yep. Okay. Go with that. Oh, okay, that's got rid of my and idea there, so that's good. Not too bad. Newly organised. Retil also took charge. If that was that, that would be that. If that was editing, and I think I'm going to have to chuck that in because I'm not sure I'm getting on that. What would this be? Retoiled? Retelled? Tilled. Newly organised. This one here again is the game, isn't it? The game. Impassioned. Come up with encyclopedia explain what's going on this D here. Rockface banning Aberdonian or something. Aberdeen. If that could be Rockface, let's have a look. Aberdeen. What would that be then? Not quite. One in Scottish Town. Scottish Town is Aberdeen. E for English. Rockface is an R. And if that was Aberdeen, I don't think it is, but if it was, I run in circuits, going round curving course, eddying, eddies, I run. Suppose I run could just be IR. Circuits are laps. That was A for Aberdeen. Spinner's individual. American. Could be an A. About to follow associate of owls. Owls. Down here we've got the contract returned. Oh gosh, I thought it was going to be anything. If it's going to be a starfiddler, it's going to be an ist, isn't it? A mist. I don't think it is, but if it's going to be anything, maybe it would be an ist at the end. This one would be Film Star's Horse in Pride of Place here. Roy Rogers and Trigger is the only kind of horse I can think of that's a famous horse from films. Apart from, well, in terms of a particular person's. Not even sure about that really, if Roy Rogers and Trigger were film stars. Snake here. I'm kind of happy with the E, P and N there, that's the good news. Snake here has serpent. That's the word I was trying to think of. That just wouldn't come to me earlier. So why is that serpent? If it is serpent. More than half here. Could be RE. Don't know, I think it's probably that. I think it has to be contract returned. Be cut, wouldn't it? If that was a C, cut, contract to cut. Before finale from Star Fiddler. Tuck, missed. I think it's more likely to be a finale from star is an R. Fiddler would be some kind of person who's dodging something or other. Let's go back to that being an N then. 10. Contract would be to contract returned. Ooh. I don't think I've seen that before. This one, having a reasonable salary suggests open-minded management. Now I've got a C and O here. Open-minded management. Open-minded. Management primarily would suggest that's an M. But then what will go in there? And that's really just a guess based on the fact that Aberdeen was just a case. Think of Scottish towns which have got 8 letters and a D in them in the 5th position. Dundee isn't going to fit. One in Scottish town. Rockface. Banning English. Bear. Bar. One in Scottish town will be. So I'm more comfortable thinking that's going to be something like an Aberdonian or something. So that'd be a Dean. Not that I think it is that, but one in Scottish town, so the person who lives there. But names of Scottish towns. So like you got Glaswegian, you got Aberdonian. Don't know what a Dundeean person is. Person from Dundee. A spineless individual could actually mean just take the first two. Yeah, if you got a word like one, just lose the end from it. Gives you OE. I don't know. Let's go back over to the ones I have been getting. I mean, this is really one I should be able to get to. Anti-shock, anti-histamine, anti. Okay, let's have a look at this anagram again. The man in the. Actually, got to the point now where I've turned the light on. The man isn't so. Let's cross out what I do. All I know is there's an A and a T in it, really, and an E. A, T, and E. I still like the idea of a ness there, though, so I'm going to get rid of the ness part, and then that leaves me THMINO. And that can't be right. I've got rid of the N and the T, I'm not. The N and the I. Which leaves me thom. Anti-mothness. Anti-mothness. Shock. Anti-mothness. Antihistamine. Histamine. No, how you spell histamine? There's not enough S's there. Hysteriosis is shock. Asthmatic. Astonished. Gosh, astonishment they are. It was that easy. I am just I've always said that anagrams are a real problem for me, but that was. I tried to put in a shun and then I tried to put in the M. Okay, so what's this to me? Having a reasonable salary is middle. Reasonable salary suggests middle to me. Middle. Could that be owl? I really want to shove owl in there somewhere. Bountiful associate of an owl. Owls. Alone. Owls. Is it abalone? AB. American. Abalone. AB. Owl 1. Can't be abalone, can it? Pericopontoid. An abalone is a sea thing, which wouldn't surprise me if it is a spineless individual. American, and individual is 1. About to follow associate of Capone. Well, there's owl, but where's the B coming from? It's the only problem. Middle, I mean, that's a big guess on in middle as well, isn't it? Middle, second. Second fits there for some reason as well. Open-minded management, second. Let's have a quick think about that. Middle second doesn't really work as a word, but having a reasonable second, having a reasonable salary. Does second get me anywhere down here? Contract returned is a tender. Contract is a tender. Tinkerer. Tinkerer is a fiddler, isn't it? What's that mean then? Let's have a go at that. Tinkerer. Yeah, okay. Knit is contract. Okay. Air is before, and that's that one. So what is that? I'm not sure. This one. That's middle income, isn't it? Is that in middle income? That's some kind of income, isn't it? Reasonable salary would be an income. I think middle would suggest it's reasonable. Open-minded management. Is that an anagram of middle? No. Minded is in there, doesn't it? Let's just take out the letters. There's one M. The other M is MINDED, and that leaves me those letters. So open is an anagram of minded, I think. Suggests. I don't know. I'm going to go with middle income though, because, you know, why not? Why not? One in Scottish, maybe that's a Dion. So there's one. Scottish town. Rockface. Is that Rockface? I run in circuits. I think it's IR. Film stars, oh gosh, this film stars horse in Pride of Place here. I've really got no sense of why abalone would be right. Other than actually quite a lot of it fits. A for American. Individual would be 1. Associate of Capone. Right hand. Agitated my itch. Nope, no idea what's going on there. What's this SN? Unseemly argument, perhaps over railway setting. It could be just scenery, isn't it? Oh, so railways RY, scene. Okay, rather stupid. Introducing bit of lamb. Cutlet. Cut into fish course. My food and drink is not good, so if I'm expected to know that, I'm in trouble. What remains? Residue. Oh, now. No, it isn't. Residual. Side has got a U in it. Side playing united. What remains strange? What remains is residual. Is that right? Real. Real. Residues, I suppose. Strange about. So what remains strange? Side is side. Playing united. There's U. I'm going to put residues. Not convinced by it, but I think that's fair enough. Right hand agitated my. Let's go back to this one. Gym apparatus. So okay, this is lands with head lowered. I love the gym as well. This is it's going to be something obvious as well. That's the trouble. It's going to be just gym apparatus, rings, isks. There's not many things. Ises. Gym apparatus, lands with head lowered. Could be a SYS, I suppose. Was it gym PE? Gym push-ups? PI. Gym apparatus might be something just like dumbbells, barbells, which are both too long. Dumbbells, barbells, benches. Just want to look at this one over here. Newly organised soldiers also took charge. Okay, took charges to lead, I think. Lead. Also retooled. Now, duh. Okay, I'm going to have to put editing in there, because, you know, this one just continues to be a nightmare. Impassioned. Sporting body elevated. I think it has to be RA, so it's whether... Am I looking for a word for impassioned going upwards? Could be. To get to a game, or am I looking for a game to go on the end of the sporting body? To get to impassioned. Impassioned is all. This one, not really sure about this one. I run it in circuits. I think I, and then run would be an R if in some circumstances. Going round curving course. The only curving course I can think of is circuits going backwards is spiral. Now, laps. I said laps, didn't I? Okay. Wrong face. I'm going to take abalone out. It's not I think it's wrong, but I just think I might get a little bit of, suggestion on what it could be if I can get that one. How long have I taken? Just over the hour now? 59. That's not bad. I mean, it's bad, but 1, 2, 2 down, 2 acrosses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on, well, 5 on these, so 7 to go, an hour. One in Scottish Town. There's my I. There's one in Scottish Town. Obsidian. Is that obsidian? If that was obsidian, is a rock face. Obsid, I think. Why would that be? Scottish Town. Dan. Sit down. Banning English. I think obsidian is a type of rock. Face. Okay, face. Banning English would be. I'm not sure. Scottish Town. Not sure. Oban. There you go. Oban. Side is a face. And I. Yeah, so side without the E. I going into Oban, which is the Scottish Blumeneck. To follow associate of alcohol. Is that spineless individual? I kind of think this is going to turn out to be a bit of nature. At least got rid of the abalone theory anyway. So that's kind of what's one down here that's going to annoy me. Whatever happens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 6 now. About to follow. American. About to follow. Associate. Follow can be F. Associated combine. Don't know who Al Capone was really associated with. Never really got in touch with this one, have I? My itch connected with pulse. Right hand. So the opposite of sinister is left hand. I don't know if it's to do with that or not. Let's go right though. Right hand agitated. My itch. This rather stupid. That's an ish, isn't it? I would think. Is that RH? I think rather stupid is going to end in an ish, which is clumsy-ish, cloddish. Okay, let's go cloddish there. I've no idea. A bit of lamb into cod dish. There we go. Nice. Pulse. It's got to be RH, hasn't it, to start it? Which makes this. Oh gosh, what is this? Gym apparatus. I'll put that out horizontally. Something O. Something S. Something S. Gym apparatus. Lands is. I wonder if lands are kind of like states, countries, nations. How embarrassing is it to be a real ardent gym goer and not be able to get this? The trouble with clues, I think the thing is that when you're into something, actually, you have more knowledge, and therefore, actually, with something like gym apparatus, setters don't have a lot of knowledge, so they kind of give you a relatively easy word that kind of just goes over my head. And mouses, mouses. If that was an E, S. Let's go back through as well. X. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Cool. So here, I'm sure that's going to be an E, to be fair. We oh. Poses. So when I think about this, what goes here? There can't be a Z, X, C, V, B, N, or M. Could be an M. Gym apparatus. Could be an M. Could be an A, but I think when I went on my alphabetical one, E would have been similar. Was just unlikely. That's kind of possible. Can't be houses though, can it? No. Could be K. I would think the lands has to end in an S, doesn't it? And therefore that S has to be the one there, doesn't it? Because if it was that S, that would be two letters getting lowered, and that ain't going to happen. So is it just the S lowering? Or, I mean, whatever letter, I mean... I would think that letter isn't getting dropped either, because, well, for reasons I'm not going to go into. It's too long to explain. F. Have I done these already? I think I have, haven't I? K, L, okay. P. Hoops. Hoops and shoops. Hoosps. Doesn't really work there, does it? Don't think it's discus. Joists and jousts. But nothing would drop from jousts. T does feel like a good letter to move down there. No, we've done that, so I think T is most likely. So look at this right hand, agitated my, itch, connected. I'm not sure residues is right, am I? If that was my itch, rhythmic, now. Residual, what's this? Residium. What remains strange? Oh, we've got rum going around the rest of that side. Playing united. Hang on. What remains? Residium. Strange about side playing. Residuum united. Residuum. I can't quite follow the wordplay there. I'm going to go with that because why not? Spineless individual. Yep. And this one, film star's horse, in pride of place here. Main pride of place. Well, that's probably going to be an I, isn't it? So, or an E. It's going to be some kind of vowel though, isn't it? So individual is 1. Butterfly associated. American. Where's the C coming from then? Oh, okay. So an associated component, I think it's probably just saying it's an American, is it? Which would be a buddy or something. Mollusk. Okay. Mollusk. Yeah, that's lucky then. Stable. That's stabe. Star. Film star's horse. In pride place here. Stab. Stabe. Gosh. What is that going to be? Let's write that one out horizontally as I can't. Another one to write out. I'm doing well on the write out things horizontally today. S. Something A. Something O. Something E. Film star's horse. Horse is a nag. Snag. Film star's horse in pride of place here. So it's horse in pride of place, which is film star snag. Doesn't really work. So look at this way. The R. I've been kind of, I don't want to say fooling myself, but I've been focused on having an R there. So A, something L, something M, something. Or if I turn that around, it's something M, something L, something A. What's that clue? Impassioned. Sporting body. Elevated game would be no chance for go to be in there for once. FA. FA could be this one here. A flame? Game. Lamb. A flam. A flame. I would have thought impassioned would be double F. Game. Is lamb really a game? I don't think so. I'm still in the same place, really, aren't I? F. But at least with, I think AF is more likely actually. Flom, a plom, a. So look at the film star's horse. GG. Pride of place. Arab. Can't be an Arab, can it? Arab snags mare. I didn't actually work out why that's mollusk. Smallest individual is mollusk. US, American, okay. Film stars. Stallone, you know. It's a stall one. Ah, yes, Stallone. Sylvester. So just these two nasty little ones that I can't quite get to. Gym apparatus. It's really not. I suppose actually I'm thinking about gym in terms of the gym I go to where there's weights and run treadmills and things, and maybe it's like more like parallel bars and gym wall bars and horses. Gym apparatus horses, which is shores, I think. Is that right? No, doesn't work. Shore, lands, ashore. Shores. Yeah, so if I take that S there, lands, shores. Okay, so now, oh no, I've just got this one. And I've probably got something wrong somewhere anyway, so. What is this word? Is it I think it's going to be I think it's a flame though, because I'm sure a flame is double F. Let's not think though. Game. Oh yeah, game is actually a word for lame, isn't it? I think. Let's go then. A flame. Ah! What have I got wrong? Come on then. Check. No. Oh, okay. What is this one? Residium. No. Residu. It's not double U, is it? Is it double U? It is, isn't it? I said at the time I didn't understand that one fully. Ah, residuum. Okay. Just didn't think any word could have a double U in it, even though the wordplay suggested it could. Right, let's go through what I can get together here. Hour and 15 with just one correction. Kind of pleased with that actually to get through that, because that was a real struggle. Let's go through them. We've got Brussels is a city, and not entirely saying it's a hidden word. Reflection is telling you it's hidden backwards. So if we start in urban and go back from urban, we go BRU through less, and we get to the S of areas, sorry. So that's Brussels. Rather stupid is cloddish. Introducing bit of lamb is an L for lamb into a fish course, which is a cod dish. Back disturbances, we've got the word riots going backwards but not over, so take the O from over, which is cricket notation, out to get to stir, which is a word for prison. Shock is astonishment. Astonishment is an anagram, I think, of the man isn't so. Shocked is your anagram indicator. If you badger someone, you plague them, I suppose. We've got upturned, so we've got PU, so upturned is PU. Around trail, so if you trail, you lag. And beside the rear of pasture, which is the last letter of pasture, is an E. How annoying not to get this one. What remains is residuum. Didn't believe the W could go there. Strange is rum, going about. Side playing, so we've got ESID as an anagram of side. Playing is your anagram indicator, and then put a U. Oh, how annoying. Right. French writer recalled receiving money for working on newspaper. Well, working on newspaper is almost certainly to be editing. Receiving money. Tin is money. So a French writer must be G-I-D-E, whoever that is. Gide? Don't know. Okay, we've got a spineless individual, I think, is a mollusk. An American is US. About is C, so circa for about, and that is following a mole. So a gangster's mole is the girlfriend of a gangster, and obviously Al Capone was a gangster. If something declines, it ebbs. So ebb. Farewell, I think, is a veil. So you draw a veil over something, you bid it farewell. Involving the capital Wales, so the W from Wales gives you Ebervale, which is a place near to Cardiff, or in Wales. I run is is in the clue. R for run is cricket notation, and circuits are laps, and they are going round, so they're backwards. Gives you a spiral, which is a curving course. Enclosed is ENC. Line is the L there, which is in an anagram of copy, so CY. Which one am I? I can go YCOP, I think. Editor is ed, and in charge is IC, which is standard abbreviation. And encyclopedic covers everything. I would have expected an AE thing there, but fair enough. Wind player. I didn't really work out what the player here is doing, but the wind instrument. Okay, wind instrument, wind player is an oboe. Duck is a naught in cricket, so we've got two ducks. We've got O. End of piece is the E from the last E out of piece, and that's interrupted by B for Bravo, NATO phonetic alphabet. The is in the clue. Control is a rain, securing the source of music, so the M from music, and the theremin is an electronic instrument. Contract is to knit. Contract returned is knitting backwards, is knit backwards. Don't really know what that means. If something knits, I suppose it kind of creases up, contracts. Before is ere, E-R-E, normally an apostrophe in there, I think. It's a, or somewhere there's an apostrophe in there maybe. Ere, bit of a poetic word for before, and the finale from star is an R, and a fiddler is a tinkerer, sorry. So on the downs we've got newly organised is retooled. We've got soldiers are which is Royal Engineers. We've got also is two, and took charge is led. Direct is straight, and approach is away, and securing A for answer. Put an A in the middle gives you straight away, which is immediately. Fatigue is tire, rising, so starts off with erit is tire. About is writing to you, read this matter. Heartless African is the AN, so take all the letters out African and leave the AN. Gives you Eritrean, which is someone from part of Africa. An unseemly argument is a scene, perhaps over railway, so RY for railway, and a setting is scenery. Gym apparatus, is horses, so yeah, the jumping horses, vaulting horses. Lands is shores, so if you go ashore you land, so shores, and we need to drop the head lower, so the S drops down to there, this first S, which is shores, horses. Author has is I have, I've, supporting G for good, and if something's got a bit of play in it, then it's got a bit of give. You know, if your trousers are a bit loose, they've got a bit of play or give in them. Right hand, I think, is both abbreviations, so R for right and H for hand. Agitated, my itch, so anagram of my itch gives you the rest of that answer, which is rhythmic. Connected with the pulses, rhythmic, okay. Having a reasonable salary is a middle income. Suggests open-minded management primarily. I'm not sure what's going on in that clue. I don't know if there's I think there's an anagram of minded M in there somewhere. But I don't know what's quite going on there. Yeah. Middle income. Income? Maybe something to do with being open-minded? Not sure. Suggest middle. No. Middle off the bat of a cricket bat, suggest, don't think so. Right, we've got hour is H, going after the in Spanish is L, and occasion is an event. And a late one, yeah, the 11th hour is late in the day. We've got a rock is obsidian. A face is a side, but without the E, so banning English. Take the E off of side. One is I, it's in the clue. And then the Scottish town of Oban. Film star, we've got Sylvester Stallone, I think. Horse in pride of place here, so stall is where horses are. Stall one. So yeah, the first stall in the, as you walk into the stable, the first stall one, because they're in pride of place. Fair enough. Snake is a serpent. Here has more than half twisted. I didn't really work this one out, did I? I don't know if that's something to do with scent, S-E-N-T. Twisted pented or something, I don't know. That one I can't really figure out. I can't be bothered to figure out if I'm honest at this point, an hour and 15 into it. Impassioned is a flame. Sporting body is the FA, so that's been elevated. And then game is a word if you've got a dodgy limp leg or whatever, then you're lame. And pitch marker, so pitch marker I think is to do with musical notation. Is clef. You used to have to draw treble clefs at the start of staves. Almost split, I think, is cleft. Take a T off of cleft to get to clef. So there we go, all done. Just over 1 hour 15. Just that one mistake let me down. But pleased to get through that, so thanks for watching.